10 locations from GTA Vice City that we want to see return in Grand Theft Auto 6. Before we hop into it though, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome on in. Please consider subscribing to the channel, like, and of course, turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming GTA 6 upload. And in today's one, I'm joined by, once again, other fellow content creator, The Ketch, and he's helped me in creating this list for today's video. But other than that, let's get straight into it. Coming in number 1, the Vercetti Estate. Previously known as the Diaz Mansion, after you kill Ricardo Diaz, a crime lord that did own the mansion prior, you actually take him out in the mission Rub Out, and as Tommy Vercetti, you take control of the mansion, renaming it to the Vercetti Estate. After this event occurs, it really is the inflection point for Tommy Vercetti and the overall storyline in GTA Vice City, because you take control of not only Diaz's mansion, and metaphorically speaking, this really symbolized for Vercetti that he has now established dominance, wealth, and raw ambition by overtaking this mansion. It's not just the house, it's not just the mansion, it really symbolized the fact that Tommy Vercetti is now the most powerful criminal in all of Vice City. For many, many Grand Theft Auto fans, this is the one location that people want to see return in Grand Theft Auto 6. And combing over Trailer 1, some fans have pointed out that we may have seen the Vercetti Estate. It's very difficult to make out, but it does seem like it resembles the mansion. It would be really cool to see this, and a great reference to Tommy Vercetti and the late great Ray Liotta. Coming in number 2, the Malibu Club. First seen in the mission Death Row, where you meet Kent Paul. It is the main nightclub within Vice City. Eventually, once you progress throughout the storyline, it is one of the many assets that Tommy can add to his portfolio after completing the Shakedown mission. The iconic Malibu Club is one of the biggest requests from fans to return within Grand Theft Auto 6. I think for a lot of people out there that have played a Vice City, especially when it did first come out back in 2002, it is nostalgia for a lot of GTA fans and just fans in general. When you think back to GTA Vice City, driving around as Tommy, free roaming the map, this is one of the main locations that you do see. Unfortunately, due to the limitations of the game at the time, you are unable to dance or do anything inside the club other than just a walk around, as you can see me doing now. So I'm sure in Grand Theft Auto 6, if the Malibu Club was to return, I'm sure we'll be able to interact with the various things going on throughout. Regardless of the fact though, this is one of the nightclubs we definitely want to see return within Grand Theft Auto 6. Coming in number 3, the North Point Mall. The North Point Mall is the main shopping mall that is present within Vice City. Now this is another highly requested location that fans want to see return within GTA 6, and this is high up on the list for many. One of the reasons as to why is because in GTA 5, malls, shopping centers were absent from the game. We didn't see any of them that was enterable within the game. It was a really unique feeling entering the shopping mall within GTA Vice City for the first time. You really feel that sense of actually entering a shopping mall in real life. It really gives you that vibe and that feeling with the escalators and everything surrounding it, with the ambient sound, the music playing in the background. There were various stores in the mall that you could enter, ranging from clothing stores, record stores, food courts, as well as an ammunition store within the Vice City Mall itself. But also as well, you could actually use the food courts to replenish your health. So there were some neat little things that you could interact with inside the mall. Now, obviously due to the limitations of the game, similar to the Malibu Club and a lot of the interiors within GTA Vice City, and obviously the game at the time, Rockstar weren't really able to add many NPCs inside the mall. You couldn't really get that sense of a really packed shopping mall like you would in real life. Regardless of the fact though, it still gave you somewhat of that feeling of being inside a shopping center. Tying this back to Grand Theft Auto 6, we actually did see within Trailer 1 some signage displaying stores that could point to a shopping mall nearby. Obviously it's hard to say, but this could point to malls returning within GTA 6. Maybe perhaps the North Point Mall could return as well. Coming in number 4, the Vice City International Airport. Originally named as the Escobar International Airport after Pablo Escobar, this is the main airport that is utilized within GTA Vice City. Now, it goes without saying that we obviously are going to have an airport featured within GTA 6, but I think a lot of people are wanting to actually see this airport being not only accessible, because in Vice City you were able to access the interior as you're seeing on screen at the moment, but also as well, hopefully we'll be able to interact with the airport itself. I'm not sure entirely how Rockstar would go about it, but I would assume that there would be some way that they could probably implement some features here and there. Examples of features that we could see is perhaps maybe NPCs lining up at the arrivals and departure section, or even NPCs checking in with their bags at the front counter. Or imagine you're seeing NPCs, or even us, the player ourselves, going through customs where security has to check for various items on our person. That would definitely add a lot to the immersion side of things within the game. I do also think as well we might be actually seeing multiple airports featured. Based off what Rockstar have officially stated, it is going to be the state of Leonidas, so I would not be surprised if not only do we see the Vice City International Airport, but also another airport or two. We do know that based off trailer 1 that the Vice City International Airport is going to make its return. We did see that scene with Lucia and Jason where they're driving down the motorway and you can see the signage above them saying Kelly County-VCI Airport. So it's definitely going to be good to see this airport return back in Grand Theft Auto 6, and hopefully with those features I did mention, which is likely going to be the case considering this game came out in 2002 and there's been so many advancements made obviously over the many years throughout each GTA duration. I wouldn't put it past Rockstar, and I'm sure a lot of people would love to see these additions. Coming in number 5, the Gator Keys. Now, whilst the Gator Keys wasn't necessarily included within the final version of Vice City, it was actually found that the Gator Keys was mentioned in an unused line of text hidden within the game files. It was meant to be a mission where Avery Carrington, voiced by Burt Reynolds, asked Tommy to do a favor out in that area, which didn't end up being included within the final version of the game. However, there was a map concept devised by a fan which gives us a visual representation of what the map may have looked like if it was to be included within the final version of the game. Regardless of the fact though, this is a location that we definitely want to see within Grand Theft Auto 6, and we have already seen it within trailer 1, which does confirm that it is going to be included within the final build of the game. You can see in this one scene alone that there are multiple bridges, one bridge that is active with vehicles going across it. And we can also see another bridge to the right, which appears to be the old bridge that is not in use. You can see that it is not connected whatsoever, but I'm sure a lot of people will be doing stunt jumps over this. You can also make out in the far distance, which is really hard to tell, but once you zoom in, you can see another bridge as well. So it really does look like the Gator Keys down south is going to be stretching so far out. I'd say there are going to be a lot of wildlife, a lot of marine activity, and a lot of activities to do in general. It is for sure going to be a hell of a time exploring this area. But anyways, guys, now I'll pass it over to the Ketch to finish off the rest of the list.
Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Thanks Project Vice for having me back on the channel again, and here are 5 locations I think should come back from Vice City into GTA 6. First up on my list is the Ocean View Hotel. Now, this was a location found on Ocean Drive in the Vice City Beach area, which is really modeled after South Beach in Miami. Now, the function of this in Vice City was that this was the protagonist Tommy Vercetti's first safe house after arriving in Vice City. And because it was his first safe house, it served as a save point, a place to store vehicles, and a mission launching pad during early gameplay. Another thing that was quite interesting about the location was its visual. It was known for its Art Deco facade, neon pink lighting, and moody 1980s interior. The house's glowing signage and beachfront placement became instantly recognizable and iconic to players, and it was heavily inspired by Scarface and Miami Vice, contributing largely to Vice City's unique tone and aesthetic and giving it a unique cultural vibe. Now, as it pertains to GTA 6, GTA 6 should bring back the Ocean View Hotel, as it could probably serve as a modernized safe house or a mission hub for the protagonists Lucia and Jason, and it could also be a tourist hotspot for NPCs to visit, tying into the satirical elements about influencer culture and beachfront luxury. And it also could be a story connected location, possibly holding ties to legacy characters or hidden Easter eggs. I'm not sure if Tommy Vercetti will be in the game, but it could serve as a purpose to further the game moving forward. And of course, with Rockstar's new Rage 9 engine, the whole visual upgrade of the Ocean View Hotel, it could feature a lot of ray trace neon reflections, full interior walkability, and interactive NPC activities such as parties, criminal deals, and surveillance. And having the Ocean View Hotel back would be a legacy callback for all the long-time GTA fans. And Rockstar, of course, loves rewarding loyalty with hidden nostalgia, so it could appear subtly or might even play a larger role in a mission. Next on my list is the Leaf Links Golf Club. Now, this was a pretty important golf club in GTA Vice City. It was located on an exclusive island west of Starfish Island, and it was inspired by Miami's luxury golf and country club culture, for example, Crandon Golf at Key Biscayne, and it had a lot of different features in it. Multiple fairways and greens, a lot of palm trees, water hazards and bridges, and a gated upper class field with restricted access. Of course, this is something very common across the United States and across the world as well. A golf club is always somewhat necessary to have in a city, and its in-game significance in Vice City, it was definitely memorable for the ambush missions, for example the assassinations and gang fights, and random chaos when players would tee off with rocket launchers instead of 9-irons, and also gave players the golf club weapon, where first place players could find a golf club melee weapon. And it was also quite common for the NPCs, where wealthy golfers and caddies roamed the area, adding to the Vice City satirical take on privilege. Now, the reason I think this could return in GTA 6 is it could be reimagined in a couple of different ways. So one of the ways it could be reused is similar to GTA 5. Rockstar could expand on the golf mechanics into a full side activity with online tournaments, wages, and even rich minigame systems. It could also be a mission setting, so a mission involving a cartel boss, similar to the Martin Madrazo missions in GTA 5, or maybe even a corrupt executive meeting during a golf game could offer stealthy or explosive assassination options similar to what we see with the Franklin assassination missions in GTA Online. It could also serve a purpose for a real estate or a heist setup location in both GTA 6's story mode and GTA 6's online. It could be a purchasable front for laundering money, or maybe even a social hub or even a business asset like nightclubs were in GTA Online. And it could also be a satirical gold mine as well. Rockstar may attempt to use the leaf links to mock influencer culture, privilege, and political fundraising in sort of a Vice City style Florida man twist. All in all, if Rockstar do include this in the second GTA 6 trailer, keep an eye out for some aerial shots of the sprawling green space or a clubhouse, or even some golf carts or NPCs may be involved as well. Probably my favorite location I want to see back in GTA 6 is Little Havana. Now, Little Havana is one of the most culturally distinct and story-rich neighborhoods in the Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and is likely to have a strong presence directly or thematically in GTA 6. Now, it was located west of downtown Vice City and south of Starfish Island, and it was based on the real-life Little Havana neighborhood in Miami, known for its Cuban American culture and strong immigrant identity. Its role in Vice City served as a gang territory controlled by the Cubans, led by Humberto Robina, and was part of a major feud with the Haitians, and one of the game's major central gang wars took place between the Cubans and the Haitians, leading to a controversial series of missions which was later altered in re-releases, most notably in the GTA trilogy, the Definitive Edition. In terms of how Little Havana could return or influence GTA 6, GTA 6 is of course set in Leonardo, which is Rockstar's fictional version of Florida, with Vice City serving as a central urban hub. While exact neighborhood names may change, Little Havana's aesthetic, cultural flavor, and narrative role are almost certain to return in some form. It could be a possible representation in a reimagined district, so Rockstar may update the name to something like Nuevo Leonardo or San Havana, while retaining Cuban-inspired visuals and sounds, and expect a lot of murals, salsa music, bustling markets, and a strong community-centric storytelling. It could also focus heavily on political themes with modern satire, including politicians pandering to immigrant communities, displacement by real estate developers, or immigration raids or activism-based story arcs. It could also feature a lot of different criminal operations. It could be home to a cartel-affiliated family fronting a legitimate cafe or pawn shop, a new Cuban-American gang fighting for turf war against new arrivals, or even drug smuggling routes hidden in cargo containers or fishing boats, which is very similar to what we've seen previously in GTA Online. A potential role for Lucia and Jason might involve the protagonists doing missions here involving protection rackets, smuggling, or tension with rival gangs, and given Lucia's identity and background may also tie into Latin American themes, adding quite a large amount of depth and storylines to the area. Next on my list of locations that should return from Vice City into GTA 6 is Port Vice. Now, Port Vice, also referred to as the Vice Port in Vice City, was the industrial dockyard area of Vice City. While not iconic as Ocean Drive or the Malibu Club, it played a crucial background role in the city's criminal economy and served as a likely inspiration for a major location in GTA 4. It was located in the southeastern part of Vice City, directly south of downtown and Little Havana. Modeled after Port Miami, it featured shipping containers, cargo ships, warehouses, industrial cranes, and a freight railway terminal. It was also visually gritty, filled with fog, diesel sounds, and minimal pedestrian traffic. Now, it is pretty similar to the docks we currently have in GTA 5 and GTA Online, and its main function in gameplay was a mission site. It featured in missions involving smuggling, assassinations, and shootouts, and also a smuggling hub where it was a symbolic gateway for the city's drug, weapons, and contraband trades, and it was also used for side content as well for rampages, gang fights, and collectibles. Now, how it could return in GTA 6? With GTA 6 returning to a sort of a modern day Vice City, a reimagined industrial port district is almost guaranteed. Ports are very crucial to the criminal underworlds in Rockstar titles, and to be fair, here's how it could evolve. It could return as Port Leonardo or a renamed Vice Port District. It should contain a sprawling area with container yards, shipping terminals, private marinas, and maybe even a cruise dock, and you'd probably see a lot of NPCs like dock workers, smugglers, truckers, and maybe even security guards. Will definitely enhance the realism within GTA 6. Now, as it pertains to its criminal ties in GTA 6's story, it could be a likely setting for either drugs or arms smuggling, smuggling missions, maybe stealth or sniper-based infiltration, because Rockstar love doing those sorts of missions, and even could involve kidnappings or ambushes involving rival cartels. Jason and Lucia could maybe utilize this place to steal cargo, intercept shipments, or even manage their own front company through the docks, which would be quite unique. And it also has quite a lot of online expansion potential, but that's probably something for another day and further down the line. And Rockstar could also touch on the satirical nature of it, so expect some form of show on union corruption, maybe border control, environmental protests, you know, those NPCs that hold up signs protesting some form of rubbish within the GTA 6 universe. There could be a lot of massive cruise shop stocking as well with spoiled NPC tourists, and of course there will be a lot of modern security tech, so you could expect some drones, face scanning gates, or maybe even some customs enforcement as well. Now, we've already seen it in GTA 6's first trailer, but I'd love to see the Everglades return in GTA 6. Now, while specifically it wasn't given as big of a role as it might have been in GTA Vice City, it is set to return in an even bigger way in GTA 6 given the game is in Leonida. And while it was not explicitly named the Everglades, GTA Vice City featured a swampy marsh-like area on the outskirts of the city, especially near the boatyard, the docks and canals south of Viceport, and some backwater foliage rich zones near Little Haiti and beyond. Now, of course, all these areas were inspired by Florida's real-life Everglades ecosystem, which included a lot of murky waters, dense mangroves, and isolated lawless terrain. Now, how it could influence GTA 6? In GTA 6, Rockstar has the tech and scope to turn Leonida wetlands into a full biome, possibly resembling a playable Everglades region with alligators, which we've seen in the first trailer, airboats, and criminal hideouts. We could have random encounters like fugitives hiding there, some drug labs, poachers, or even cartel operations, and of course expect to see a lot of wildlife rich areas within the Everglades, mostly for immersion but possibly tied to either hunting or survival missions. The Everglades could also serve as a mission and story function purpose, which could be used for dead drops or drug smuggling missions in hidden shacks or sunken vans, boat chases through the narrow swamp routes, a stealth mission involving cartel hideouts deep in the swamp, or maybe even some escape sequence after high profile heists. It also has the potential for a lot of unique environmental hazards, and it could also have stuff like alligator attacks, quicksand like mud pits, swamp fog that can affect aiming or visibility. Expect, if that does happen in online, for players to abuse that, or maybe even have some mosquitoes or water damage effects in longer outdoor travel sequences. Personally, I think the Everglades is going to have a major role in GTA 6. I feel like it might serve as a lot of potential escape routes for both Jason and Lucia to get out of sticky situations, and it could also serve a larger purpose as well, being the detriment as to how Lucia may have ended up in prison to begin with. Like maybe she got caught trying to escape through the Everglades and got stuck in the quicksand or in an alligator attack, and someone had to rescue her and then they threw her in jail as a result. I personally don't know, but I think the Everglades will play a much more major role in GTA 6, and I personally can't wait to see what the role is. But I just want to say thank you to Project Vice for featuring me on his channel once again, and for Project Vice's audience, thanks for having me, and hopefully you see me again very soon. But for now, back to Project Vice.
Massive thank you goes out to the Catch. It was great to have him on the last video, and of course within this one today. Make sure to head over to his channel and click subscribe, show him some love and support. I'm sure he will greatly appreciate it. But that was the 10 Vice City locations that we want to see within Grand Theft Auto 6. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Do you agree, disagree with the list? I want to make sure you hear from you guys down there. But as always, if you wanted to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing to Project Vice, and of course turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6 upload. Stay safe, have a great day, and I am out.